On a winter night with a temperature of -5 degrees, my husband of 3 years dragged me out of the villa's front door. I was only wearing thin sleepwear. The reason was that his beloved white moonlight had just returned to the country and was moving into the master bedroom. "You're just a substitute. The real owner is back. Get out." He slammed the door in my face. I thought I would freeze to death on the street, but I didn't know that the 3 brothers who had rejected my acknowledgement 3 years ago were driving luxury cars around the city looking for me. "Shinqingzi, tidy up the master bedroom, I'll stay there tonight." Lu Jingchuan stood in the center of the living room without even bothering to glance at me. His tone was like he was giving orders to a servant. I was sitting on the sofa waiting for him to come home for dinner. On the table were 4 dishes and a soup, which had been kept hot since 5 o'clock this afternoon, and their original colors were no longer recognizable. "What do you mean?" I stood up. "She came back to China for the night and hasn't found a suitable place yet." He untied his tie. "The master bedroom is for her. You move to the guest room, Lu Jingchuan. I am your wife." He finally looked at me, his eyes full of disdain. "Wife, do you deserve that?" The doorbell rang. Lu Jingchuan's expression instantly changed, and he rushed to open the door. In 3 steps at the doorway stood a woman, wearing a beige cashmere coat, with exquisite makeup and a gentle, enchanting smile. Su Nianwen, Lu Jingchuan's college first love, had studied abroad 3 years ago, and now she has returned. "Nianwen, come in quickly, it's cold outside." Lu Jingchuan took her suitcase. His voice was so gentle that it felt unfamiliar to me. Su Nianwen entered, glancing at me. A small smile tugged at the corners of her mouth. "Jingchuan, is this your wife? Why are you dressed like this?" "I'm wearing ordinary home clothes and am bare-faced. For the past 3 years, my daily job has been managing this home and handling the financial issues of Lu Jingchuan's company. There's no time to dress up. Don't mind her." Lu Jingchuan wrapped his arm around Su Nianwen and led her upstairs. "Let me show you the rooms." "My room?" Su Nianwen deliberately raised her voice. "Are you going to give me the master bedroom? Then where will sister-in-law live?" "She'll live in the guest room." I blocked the stairs. "Lu Jingchuan, I don't agree." He paused, looking down at me from above with a disdainful air. "You don't agree? This house is mine. I can let anyone live here I want. I'm your legally married wife." "Legally married?" Lu Jingchuan sneered. "Shinqingzi, have you forgotten you signed a prenuptial agreement before we got married? In divorce, you won't get a single penny." Su Nianwen covered her mouth and laughed. "Sister-in-law, you should stop making trouble. Jingchuan doesn't love you. You know it in your heart." That sentence felt like a knife sinking into my chest. I know he doesn't love me. In 3 years of marriage, he has never touched me. In front of outsiders, we are a loving couple. Behind closed doors, I am his unpaid nanny and financial advisor. Su Nianwen, shut up. Did you tell her to shut up? Lu Jingchuan rushed over, grabbing my wrist. "Shinqingzi, what are you good for? If Nian Wn hadn't gone abroad back then, you wouldn't have had the chance to marry into the family." His fingers dug into my bones, causing pain. "Let go." "What if I don't let go?" He pulled me aside. "Tonight, you'll move out of the master bedroom, and tomorrow, sign the divorce agreement." Su Nianwen looped her arm through his. "Jingchuan, don't do this. Sister-in-law will be sad. She doesn't deserve you." I shook off his hand and rushed upstairs. In the master bedroom, our wedding photo still hung. In the photo, Lu Jingchuan forced a smile, and I smiled meekly. Looking back now, it was nothing but a transaction. He needed a compliant wife to handle the family affairs, and I needed an identity to conceal my past. I opened the wardrobe and began packing my things. "Who told you to tidy up?" Lu Jingchuan caught up and threw the clothes I had just folded on the floor. "Aren't you the one who asked me to move out?" I said move to the guest room, not leave. He sneered. "If you leave, who will cook for me? Who will help me deal with those bad debts?" "So that's how it is. I still need to stay as free labor." "Lu Jingchuan, I am not your slave. So what are you? A woman with no job, no education, and no dowry from your family?" He leaned in toward me. "Do you think you can survive if you leave me?" He was right. 3 years ago, I broke with my family, opposed my marrying him. I told everyone that my parents had died and that I had no family. In fact, I have 3 brothers, each of whom is a heavyweight in the business world, but I don't want to acknowledge them because back then, they opposed my marrying Lu Jingchuan. Eldest brother Shen Morching said he was unreliable. Second brother Shin Moyen said his motives were corrupt. Third brother Shin Morchen said he was not worthy of me. I acted on my own accord and cut off all ties with them. Thinking about it now, how stupid I was. Jing Chuan. Forget it. Su Nyanwen leaned against the doorframe. Let her stay in the guest room. I don't mind. You don't mind. But I do. Lu Jingchuan pulled on my arm, dragging me downstairs. Get out. And leave tonight. Lu Jingchuan, it's -5 degrees outside. That's your business. He dragged me down the stairs, through the living room, all the way to the doorway. My back slammed hard against the cold door frame, and the intense pain left me gasping for breath. Didn't you say I'm not worthy of you? He yanked the door open, and the bone-chilling wind rushed in. Then go find someone worthy of you. See who will want you. Lu Jingchuan, you will regret this. Regret? He let out a cold laugh. The thing I regret most in this life is marrying you. Before the words faded, he shoved me hard out the door. I staggered and fell onto the steps. My knee banged against the hard stone, and blood seeped out immediately. The door slammed shut in front of me, severing the warmth inside. At that moment I heard Su Nyanwen's voice come from behind the door. Jingchuan, isn't that going a bit too far? Don't mind her, she won't die. Then, on the second floor, the lights went out. I sat on the cold ground, staring at the tightly closed doors. The cold wind pierced my skin like needles. I was only wearing a thin nightgown and cold sandals on my feet. Phone, wallet, keys, nothing at all, and the keys had been thrown inside the house by him, struggling to stand. The severe knee pain made me tremble uncontrollably. The villa area was in the suburbs. The nearest convenience store was half an hour away, and during this time there were no taxis, nor any people in sight. I reached into my pajama pocket, and there was only one thing inside, a business card that Big Brother Shin Morchen had handed me 3 years ago. With only a string of numbers on it. If you regret it, call this number. I had never dialed it. Now, I pressed those digits. The phone rang once and was answered. Chingtsi. Big Brother's voice carried urgency and a trace of barely perceptible anticipation. Brother, my lips trembled from the cold. Come pick me up. Where are you? I gave my location. 15 minutes. I hung up the phone and leaned against the streetlight on the curb. The cold wind cut across my cheeks like a knife, almost slicing my skin. 15 minutes later, 3 cars appeared at the end of the street simultaneously, not one, but 3. The first car was a black Maybach, license plate 0001, belonging to Big Brother Shin Morchen. The second was a silver Porsche, Big Brother Shin Moyen's. The third was a white Lamborghini, Big Brother Shin Morchen's. 3 cars stopped at the same time, and 3 men almost simultaneously pushed open their doors. Eldest brother Shin Morchen is the helmsman of a financial empire, dressed in a sharp suit with a stern face. Second brother Shin Moyen is a tech wunderkind, wearing gold-rimmed glasses with a keen gaze. Third brother Shin Morchen is a media magnate, with an ostentatious aura and a wry, devil-may-care smile at the corners of his mouth. But at this moment, the expressions on the 3 of them were identical: pain, and an undeniable surge of anger. Who did this? Shin Morchen took off his suit and wrapped it around me. My body was stiff with the cold. Is that bastard Lu Jingchuan? Shin Moyen pushed up his glasses, and the gaze behind the lenses was as cold as ice. Sis, wait for me. I'm going to smash his door right now, Shin Morchen said and rushed toward the Lu family villa. I grabbed him. Take me with you first. The 3 of us exchanged a glance and said nothing more. Shin Morchen bent down, picked me up horizontally in his arms, and carefully tucked me into the back seat of the Maybach. Go home. Before the car started, I caught a glimpse of the curtains moving on the second floor of the Lu family's villa. Someone was watching. Very well. From today on, Lu Jingchuan will know exactly who he threw out of the door. The car rolled into the night. The heater turned up to the maximum. Big Brother sat beside. He held my cold hand tightly the whole time. Are you cold? Not cold anymore. In the future, you won't feel cold again. I watched the streetlights receding outside the window, the corners of my mouth gradually curving up. Lu Jingchuan thought he had abandoned a woman with nothing, but he didn't realize that he had personally pushed the entire Shin group out of the picture. The entire business world will know tomorrow that the only daughter of the Shin family has returned. The Shin family estate is located in the northern part of the city, covering an area of 3,000 square meters. The garden alone is as large as 2 football fields. The moment the car drove through the gate, the servants were already waiting. At the door, the butler, Uncle Jong, was 70 years old. He had worked for the Shen family since I was a child. Seeing me get out of the car, his eyes immediately turned red. "Miss, you're back, Uncle Jong. Good to have you back. Good to have you back." He wiped his tears. "The rooms have been tidied up. It's the same room you used to live in." I nod and follow my older brother inside. The living room is brightly lit, and the fireplace is burning fiercely. Third brother Shen Morchen walks in and picks up his phone. "Find out all of Lu Jingchuan's business transactions for me. I want to bankrupt him within 3 days. Second brother Shen Moyen sits on the sofa, opens his laptop, and his fingers dance over the keyboard. "I've hacked into the Lu Group's financial system. Chingxi, look at this." I walk over, and the screen shows the Lu Group's cash flow statement. When I married Lu Jingchuan 3 years ago, the Lu Group was second from the bottom in the family business rankings. It was the contacts and resources I built on Wall Street that helped him win 3 core projects, enabling the Lu Group to turn losses into profits within a year, rise into the top 10 in 2 years, and triple its assets in 3 years. But now, the report clearly shows that Lu Jingchuan is secretly transferring assets. What is he doing? I frowned. He transferred all 3 core real estate projects under the company to Sun Yanwen, a chill-laced Shen Moyen's voice. I sneered, "At prices far below market value. How much?" 10 million. "How much is the actual value of these 3 projects?" "At least 500 million. I clenched my fist. 3 years ago, I helped Lu Jingchuan secure these 3 parcels of land. We negotiated for a full 2 months before the other party finally agreed to transfer them at cost. Back then, he held me in his arms and spoke in an affectionate tone. "Chingxi, you truly are my good fortune." Now, he has handed this blessing over to his white moonlight. There's something more explosive. Shen Moyen pulled up another file. Sun Yanwen hasn't been studying abroad for the past 3 years at all. Detailed entry-exit records and bank statements popped up on the screen. She worked as a hostess abroad, specifically serving high-end clients. These photos are evidence of her attending various parties. In the photo, Sun Yanwen's outfit is revealing and she's embracing and being hugged by different men. "What are you planning to do about it?" Shen Morchen sat facing me, his gaze heavy as he looked at me. "Not in a hurry." I took a sip of hot tea. "I want to take it slow, sis. Even at a time like this you're still taking it slow." Shen Morchen walked over after hanging up the phone, his tone urgent. "If it were me, I'd bankrupt his company tomorrow and make him kneel and beg for mercy. Bankruptcy is too lenient on him." I put the teacup down, a cold glint flashing in my eyes. "I'll first make him think there's still a chance. Then, when his hope is at its peak, I'll drag him down into the abyss." The 3 brothers exchanged glances. "How exactly do you plan to execute it?" Shen Morchen asked. "First, acquire all the claims on the Lucia Group. Second, obtain the evidence that Sun Yanwen betrayed Lu Jingchuan. Third, make Lu Jingchuan ruin himself with his own hands. I can take care of the first 2 for you." Shen Moyen closed his laptop. "As for the third, how do you intend to proceed?" I smiled. "Does he know my true identity?" "No, he has always thought I'm an orphan with no parents." "Let him keep thinking that. I'll approach him as a financial investor, make him actively seek cooperation with me, and then pull out at the most crucial moment." "Brilliant." Shen Morchen gave a thumbs up. "But before that, I stood up. I need to get some sleep first. Tomorrow morning, I have to meet a few people." "Who?" 3 core lending banks of the Lu Group. Shen Morchen nodded. "I've already arranged it for you. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, at the Imperial Bank headquarters." I looked at my elder brother, and a warm feeling welled up in my heart. When I left 3 years ago, he said a sentence: "The door of the Shen family will always be open for you." At that time, I thought it was just a polite gesture. Turns out it was all true. "Thanks, bro." "What for?" He stood up as well. "Go rest. Tomorrow's matters can be handled tomorrow." I went upstairs and pushed open the room I once had. Nothing has changed. There is a photo of me from my childhood on the bedside table. The bookshelf is full of books I loved, and in the wardrobe, there are even new clothes with the tags still on. "Miss, the clothes are bought to fit your measurements, and they're renewed every quarter." Uncle Jong stands at the door, his voice gentle. "The gentlemen say you might come back at any moment, so you must always be prepared." My tears finally fell. It's not grievance, it's guilt for the sake of a man who wasn't worth it. I once abandoned the family who cared about me most. Uncle Jong, I was wrong. Miss isn't wrong, it's that person who isn't worthy. I wiped away my tears, changed into my pajamas, and lay down in bed. The bed was soft, the blanket warm. The phone vibrated with a message from Big Brother. Lu Jingchuan is looking for you. I unlocked my phone and saw more than a dozen missed calls, all from Lu Jingchuan. There was also a text, Shen Qingzi, where did you disappear to? Come back and cook for me. I didn't reply. The second message comes in, do you know you can't stand late night eating takeout? Get back here quickly. The third, you think I won't find you if you run away? I'll tell you, even if you sign a prenuptial agreement, you won't get a single penny from the divorce. The fourth, Shen Qingzi, I'm at your doorstep, your place, you don't even have a home. What kind of arrogance do you show when you're an orphan? The fifth, you have 1 hour, if you don't come back, I'll have the divorce papers sent to you by the lawyer. Section 6, where on earth are you? Section 7, I found your call record, who did you call? Section 8, Shen Qingzi, you'd better explain yourself clearly. I turned off my phone. Let him find out. Starting tomorrow, he will know the answer. At 3 in the morning, the noise downstairs woke me up. I walked to the window and saw a black sedan parked at the gate of the manor. Lu Jingchuan got out of the car and pounded on the big door. Shen Qingzi, I know you're inside, come out. The security guard stopped him. Sir, this is a private residence. Please leave. Private residence? Where would an orphan like her have a private residence? Lu Jingchuan pushed past the guard, shouting hoarsely, Shen Qingzi, come out and explain clearly. Why are you here? I opened the window. Lu Jingchuan, go back. Who do you think you are to order me around? He looked up at me, his eyes a mix of shock, anger, and a tinge of fear I couldn't decipher. Whose house is this? Why are you here? None of your business. Doesn't matter, you're my wife. Until tonight it was. I sneered coldly. Now, you go find your white moonlight, Shen Qingzi. I closed the window and pulled the curtains. From downstairs came Lu Jingchuan's roar, followed by the sound of security dragging him away. Third brother knocked on my door. Sister, are you okay? It's nothing. Do you want me to find someone to teach him a lesson? No need. I lay back on the bed. Let him make trouble, the bigger the better. The louder his tantrum, the more people will know tomorrow that the daughter of the Shen family has returned. Third brother laughed. Brilliant, truly brilliant. I closed my eyes. Tomorrow, the storm is coming. Lu Jingchuan, are you ready? 9 o'clock in the morning, at the headquarters of the Imperial Bank. I was wearing the custom suit my third brother had someone deliver overnight yesterday, a black pencil skirt suit with a white shirt, 10-centimeter heels, my hair piled up, and light makeup. The mirror showed a version of myself that was a stranger to who I was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was the eldest daughter of the Shen family, a genius girl in the financial world. 3 years later, I became Mrs. Lu, a poor woman driven out by her husband. But today, Shen Qingzi has returned. The Imperial Bank headquarters is located in the core of the CBD, and the entire building is the Shen family's property. When I walked into the lobby, the receptionist stopped me. Hello, who are you looking for? Arranged to meet Chief Chen at 9 o'clock. May I have your name? Shen Qingzi. The receptionist was taken aback for a moment, lowered her head to check the computer, then suddenly looked up. Miss Shen, please come in, please come in. Director Chen is on the top floor waiting for you. She personally led me into the elevator, swiped her card, and pressed the top floor button. Before the elevator door closed, I heard her on the phone. Director Chen, Miss Shen has arrived. Yes, the eldest daughter of the Shen family. The elevator goes directly to the top floor. When the door opens, President Chen is already waiting at the door, followed by 3 men in suits. Miss Shen, welcome, welcome. President Chen extends his hand. I am Chen Guodong, the president of Empire Bank. This is President Li from China Merchants Bank. This is President Wang from China Construction Bank. And this is President Zhao from ICBC. Hello, President Chen. Hello everyone. Please come in. Please come in. The meeting room has already prepared coffee and documents. I sit down and get to the point. Everyone, my goal today is simple. The Lu Group has 2 billion in loans across your 3 banks, and I intend to acquire these debts. President Chen and President Li look at each other. Miss Shen, could you disclose your reasons? Not convenient. All 4 stare in astonishment. I open the file prepared by my elder brother. This is Shen's group. authorization letter. I can represent Shen's financial empire in any amount of acquisitions. You only need to tell me whether you will sell or not. Sell, of course sell. President Wang speaks first. The Lu Group has recently run into difficulties in its business, and we're worried about how to handle these non-performing loans. Non-performing loans? I raise an eyebrow. Right. The Lu Group's operating cash flow turned negative last month. President Zhao hands over a report. Their core project investments all failed. If someone isn't behind the scenes, as for pulling strings, Lu had already gone bankrupt 3 years ago. That person was me. But I didn't say a word. So you mean these loans are already non-performing assets? You could say that, then I will give you a premium. I closed the file. 110%. To acquire all debts. All 4 of them widened their eyes simultaneously. Miss Shen, are you sure? Yes, but the Lu family group's collateral is worth at most 800 million. You're buying for 1-2 billion. This is a loss-making deal. Whether it's a loss or not, I decide. I stood up. I've prepared the contract. Everyone, take a look. If there's no problem, we'll sign today. Director Chen signed first, then directors Li, Wang, and Zhao. In 20 minutes, the 1-2 billion debt claim was all transferred to my name, leaving the Bank of Empire building. I called my older brother. Done. Okay, what's next? Help me arrange a meeting with Lu Jingchuan. Say that a major investor is interested in the Lu Group. When? Tomorrow. I hung up the phone and got into the car. The driver asked, Miss, where to? Lu Group headquarters. Now. The car pulled up in front of Lu Group, and I looked up at the building. It had only 12 floors 3 years ago. After I helped Lu Jingchuan earn his first pot of gold, he expanded it to 28 floors. The top floor is the president's office, and I had helped him handle countless documents in that office. Who is sitting in that office now? I walked in. The reception desk had changed staff. They didn't know me. Hello, who are you looking for? Luo Jingchuan. Do you have an appointment? No, sorry, you can't go in. You tell him that Shen Qingxi has arrived. The receptionist paused briefly, then dialed the extension. President Lu, there's a Miss Shen looking for you. Yes, she says her name is Shen Qingxi. There was a silence on the other end of the line for a few seconds, then I heard Lu Jingchuan's voice. Let her come up. I walked into the elevator and pressed the button for the top floor. When the elevator doors opened, Lu Jingchuan stood at the office door, his face ashen. Where did you go last night? None of your business. Doesn't matter. He grabbed my wrist. You are my wife. How could where you're going not matter to me? Wife, I shook off his hand. Last night when you threw me out of the house, didn't you think that I'm your wife? Lu Jingchuan, I'm not here to quarrel with you today. I walked into his office. I'm here to inform you that from today on, I won't return to that home. For the divorce agreement, you can have the lawyer send it to me. That's all. Do you want a divorce from me? Wasn't it you who asked me to sign? He fell silent. Also, I turned to look at him. The 3 largest creditor banks of the Lu Group have already assigned your loan claims. What? His face suddenly changed color. Who was it transferred to? Me. You. He laughed. Shen Qingxi. Are you crazy? Where did you get the money? This is my business. You, an orphan with no job. What do you use to buy 12 billion in debt? I didn't answer. Turning and walking away. Shen Qingxi, stand still for me. I walked into the elevator and pressed the closed doors button. He rushed over, gripping the elevator door with his hands. Who exactly are you? You will know. The elevator door closed. I heard him roar inside. Shen Qingxi, who exactly are you? Back in the car, the phone rang. It was an unfamiliar number. Miss Shen, I'm a reporter from Financial Weekly. We received news that the Shen family's daughter who has been missing for 3 years has returned. May I ask if it's you? News travels fast. Yes. Then may I ask what relationship you have with Lu family group's Lu Jingchuan? Marital relationship. Then why did you hide your identity and go undercover before? Because of love, I smiled. But now, love has died. I hung up the phone. I opened my phone and saw that the news had already been published. The heiress of Shen Group disappears for 3 years, hiding her name for love and marrying a small merchant. Princess of the financial empire marries a real estate developer. Thrown out after 3 years. Lu Jingchuan. I don't know, my wife is from the Shen family. The comment area has exploded. Is this man crazy? He married the eldest daughter of the Shen family and still doesn't know. White moonlight. Let him go. With the white moonlight, The three Shen brothers will let him go. Wait and see. Tomorrow, the Liu family's stock will surely hit the limit down. I got in the phone and said to the driver, go home. Back at the manor, third brother was sitting in the living room watching the news, laughing uncontrollably. Sis, you're famous. I know. Lu Jingchuan's underwear has been laid bare. He pointed at the screen. Look at this. Lu Jingchuan drove his wife out of the house late at night, and his white moonlight interfered with his marriage. The video has already been clicked tens of millions of times. Video, captured by surveillance. Third brother grinned triumphantly. I released it. What's wrong? If he dares to do it, is he afraid people will find out? I helplessly shook my head. Second brother came down from upstairs. Qingxi, Lu Jingchuan is checking your background. Let him check. What he finds will be very limited. Second brother pushed up his glasses. I've blacklisted all information about you. What he can find is only what you want him to find. What does he want to find out? He thinks you're just a distant relative of the Shen family. Second brother smiled. I let him believe that you're merely staying at the Shen family, not truly the eldest daughter of the Shen family. Why? Because of that, he will keep making mistakes. Older brother walked out of the study. If he knew your real identity, he would kneel down and beg your forgiveness. But we don't want to see him kneel. We want to see him die. I understand. So now, in Lu Jingchuan's eyes, I'm just a woman with a bit of connections. Yes, my older brother handed me a document. Tomorrow in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. Lu Jingchuan wants to meet you at the Imperial Hotel. He thinks it's some major investor interested in the Lu family, not realizing it's you. I'll go, remember. Big brother looked at me. Don't expose your identity. Let him continue to dig his own grave. Don't worry. I carried the documents upstairs. As I reached the stairwell, I looked back at third brother. My voice was a bit choked. Brother, thank you all. Don't mention thanks. Third brother waved his hand. His tone was full of inevitability. We are your brothers. Who else would help if not us? I couldn't help but laugh. Lu Jingchuan, you're done for. In the presidential suite on the top floor of the Imperial Hotel, at 2 in the afternoon, I appeared at the door on time, wearing a Chanel suit, carrying an Hermes Birkin bag, and with a Patek Philippe on my wrist. The entire ensemble totaled over 5 million. Lu Jingchuan has arrived and is sitting on the sofa, in a sharp suit and with meticulous hair. When he saw me come in, the coffee cup in his hand almost slipped. Is it you? It's me. I sat across from him, with a calm tone. Mr. Lu, long time no see. Shen Qingxi, what the hell are you up to? I didn't do any jinxing. I opened my portable file bag. Today I came here as the director of the investment department of the Shen family financial empire. The Lu group wants to raise funds, right? He stared at me fiercely, his eyes filled with disbelief. Are you from the Shen family? I told you, you would know. Then why didn't you say so before? Have you asked me before? I retort. 3 years of marriage. Have you ever asked about my family background? Have you asked who my parents are? Have you asked why I have no relatives? He fell silent. You never asked, I continued, because you don't care at all. What you care about is what I can do for you, land the project for you, handle the finances for you, deal with those old foxes on the board of directors for you. Don't explain anymore. I pushed the document in front of him. This is Shen's investment letter. Shen's can inject 500 million yuan in exchange for 30% of the Lu Group's equity. He picked up the document and skimmed through it quickly. And the conditions are simple. I pointed to the clauses. First, the Lu family's finances must be supervised by a team dispatched by the Shen family. Second, you, Lu Jingchuan, must vacate the CEO position and let a Shen-designated candidate take over. Third, Sun Yanwen must withdraw from all Lu family projects. I can accept the first two, but why the third? Because she held those 3 core projects, which were bought from the Lu family for 10 million. I fixed my eyes on him, word by word, and the actual value of those projects is 500 million. President Lu, this is embezzlement, a criminal offense. His face instantly turned ghastly pale. How did you know that? I told you, the investment department of the Shen family is not to be trifled with. Nian Nian is the one who, what did she said? I stood up. Lu Jingchuan, you think I don't know you're moving assets? You think I don't know you want to run away with Su Nian Nian? Do you think I will just watch you sweep away my money? Your money? Yes, my money. I walked to the window, looking at the traffic below. The Liu family's success today is all because of me. I helped you win the project, I helped you handle the troubles, I helped you earn the money. Now you want to kick me out? Fine, give my money back to me. Shinchingzi, think it over carefully. I picked up my bag. Give me an answer within 2 days. Otherwise, Shin Corporation will acquire all of Liu Corporation's debts, and then you'll have no right to negotiate. I turned and walked away. Stop. I didn't stop. Shinchingzi. Stop right there. I pressed the elevator button. He ran after me, his voice tinged with a hint of panic. What exactly do you want? What do I want? I turned back to look at him, with a cold gaze. I want you to know what you've actually lost. The elevator doors slowly opened, and I stepped inside. Shinchingzi. He rushed over, but the door had already closed. I leaned against the elevator wall and took a deep breath. First step. Done. Back in the car. I called brother. He's hooked. Okay. What next? Next. Short the Liu family stock. When does it start? Now. Hanging up the call, I opened the stock app on my phone. The Liu Group, share price 12.8 yuan, market value about 5 billion. I entered the command, sell 100,000 shares. The stock price begins to fall. 12.7, 12.5, 12.3. 10 minutes later, it dropped to 11.8 yuan, then 11.5, 11.2, 10.8. An hour later, it hit the daily limit. Down. News soon came out. Liu Group stock price plummets. Suspected malicious short selling. Liu Group's financing chain ruptured. 3 major banks simultaneously withdrew loans. Liu Jingchuan was held accountable by the board. May resigned to take responsibility. I turned off my phone and asked the driver to drive me home. In the Manor's living room, the third brother was already waiting for me. Sis, you're so ruthless. He gave me a thumbs up. In one afternoon, the Liu family's market value evaporated by 1 billion. Not finished yet. I know. He handed me a glass of red wine. What's the next step? Wait. I took the wine glass, gently swaying the liquid inside. Wait for him to come begging me. Will he come? He will. I took a sip of red wine, certain in my tone, because he has no way out anymore. At 8 in the evening, Liu Jingchuan's phone rang. Shinchingzi, you did it, right? What? Don't pretend to be stupid. You're the one who shorted Liu's stock. President Liu, speak with evidence. I'll agree to whatever you want. Stop the short selling. Immediately. What about conditions? 40% equity, financial regulatory authority. Let Nyan Wan withdraw. I'll agree to all of it. Too late. I hung up the phone. He immediately called again. Shinchingzi, what exactly do you want? I want you to kneel down and beg me. You, Liu Jingchuan, when you pushed me out, standing in front of the door last night, did you ever think about today? I was wrong. Qingci, I really was wrong. You're wrong. What did I do wrong? I shouldn't have chased you away. Shouldn't have let Nyan Wan move in. Shouldn't have. Enough. I cut him off. Liu Jingchuan, do you think I'll forgive you? Qingci, want me to stop? 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, at the Liu Group Board of Directors meeting. I'll be waiting for you. I hung up the phone again. Third brother looked at me. Sister, have you softened? No. I put down my phone. I am letting him continue to seek his own death. How so? Tomorrow is the board meeting. I will attend as the largest creditor. At that time, I will set 2 conditions. First, Liu Jingchuan steps down as CEO. Second, the Liu Group undergoes an asset restructuring. And then I will split the Liu Group into 3 parts and sell them to the companies of my 3 older brothers. Third brother laughed. Sis, you're trying to skin him alive and flay him. He owes me, and I'll take back everything with interest. In the Liu Group Board of Directors meeting room, I sit at one end of the long table. Behind me are the lawyers and financial teams sent by the Shen family. Liu Jingchuan sits at the other end, his face ashen. The directors whisper among themselves, their eyes occasionally sweeping toward me. Everyone, I began. I am Shen Qingci, director of the investment department of the Shen financial empire. Currently, I hold 51% of the debt claims of the Liu Group and 15% of its equity. According to company law, I have the right to propose convening this board meeting. Liu Jingchuan's gaze fixed on me, hatred filling his eyes. My proposal is simple. I signaled the lawyer to distribute the documents. The Liu Group must undergo an asset restructuring, specifically, split the group into 3 major sectors, real estate, hotels, and commerce, and sell them to the 3 subsidiaries of the Shen Group. No way. Lu Jingchuan slammed the table. The Lu Group was founded by my father alone, and it must not be sold. Mr. Lu, please watch your wording. My lawyer stepped forward. Ms. Shen's proposal is completely legal. Moreover, the Lu Group currently carries a debt of 12 billion, its cash flow is negative, and without a restructuring, bankruptcy is inevitable within 3 months. I can find other investors. Other investors, I sneered. Mr. Lu, who do you think would invest in a group that has been blacklisted by all banks? Let's start the vote. I looked around at the directors. Those who agree with the restructuring, please raise your hand. Among the 12 directors, 9 raised their hands. Of Lu Jingchuan's allies, only 3 remain. Proposal passed. I stood up. The restructuring work starts tomorrow. Mr. Lu, please cooperate. Shen Qingzi, he charged forward but was blocked by security. President Lu, stay calm, I won't let you off. Whatever. I turned and walked away. Walking out of the conference room, Sun Yanwen stood in the corridor, a fake smile on her face. Shen Qingzi, you're really capable. You flatter me. Do you think you've won? She leaned in toward me. Jingchuan loves me. Always has. Even if you take away his company, you can't take his heart. His heart. I smiled. Sun Yanwen, are you sure he loves you? Of course. Do you know how many women he has outside? Her face instantly darkened. Do you think you're the white moonlight? You're just one of his many women. I opened my phone and pulled up a file. These are Lu Jingchuan's hotel records from the past nearly 3 years, a total of 123 times, involving 47 different women. No way, take a look yourself. She snatched the phone and thumbed through it. Her face grew paler and paler. None of this is real. Whether it's real or not, you can ask him. Lu Jingchuan stepped out of the conference room. Seeing Sun Yanwen, his expression darkened. Yanwen, why are you here? Lu Jingchuan, who are these people? Sun Yanwen held up her phone and questioned, his face completely lost color. You lied to me. You said you love only me. Nian, listen to my explanation. What explanations? Sun Yan cried. I did so much for you abroad, and you still betrayed me. What did you do? I cut in. Sun Yan suddenly shut her mouth, but it was already too late. Sun Yan, I gazed at her. What exactly did you do for Lu Jingchuan? Nothing. Her voice trembled. Is this what it is? I pulled up another file. You sold the Lu Group's 3 core project materials to a competitor, and you took 5 million in kickbacks. I didn't. She raised her head and denied it hotly. A bank record shows that 5 million was deposited into your account 5 days ago, and the remittance came from Huachuang Group, the Lu Group's opponent. Sun Yanwen collapsed to the ground in an instant. Lu Jingchuan widened his eyes. Yanwen, you actually betrayed me. Jingchuan, I did it for us, she argued in a tearful tone. For us. Lu Jingchuan grabbed her collar in one motion. Do you know those 3 projects are my entire fortune? If I sold them, I would be finished. Jingchuan, I was wrong. Get out. He shoved her hard to the ground. Get out of my sight. Sun Yanwen struggled to get up and ran out crying. I looked at Lu Jingchuan, my tone laced with sarcasm. President Lu, your moonlight beauty is truly excellent. Shen Qingzi, you caused this. Right. Did you instigate her to betray me? I don't have this ability. I smiled. You chose the person yourself. Who can you blame? I turned and walked away. Behind me came the loud crash of Lu Jingchuan smashing things. In the evening, third brother was waiting for me in the living room. Sis, today's scene was truly amazing. Not done yet. I sat down. Sun Yanwen still has something in her hands. What thing? The evidence that Lu Jingchuan bribed government officials. Third brother's eyes widened. How did you know? Because back then, I helped him operate. Those fake accounts were made by my own hands. So I must obtain those clues and completely destroy them. Where is Sun Yanwen now? No idea. I opened my eyes, but I know she will surely go to a place. Where? Hospital. Why? Because of that fall today. She's pregnant. Third brother froze. Whose child is it? Lu Jingchuan's. Well, that is my last chip. Sun Yanwen is indeed at the hospital. First People's Hospital, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology ward. When I pushed the door open, she was lying on the bed, her face pale. As soon as she saw me, fear filled her eyes. What are you? Where are you here for? I came to check on you. I closed the door. Is the baby okay? How did you know I was pregnant? I know everything about you. I sat on the edge of the bed. Sun Yanwen, let's make a deal. What kind of deal? Give me the evidence of Lu Jingchuan bribing officials. I don't have it. You do. I stared at her. Those pieces of evidence are in your hands. You originally planned to use them to blackmail Lu Jingchuan into marrying you. She fell silent. Give it to me. I will give you 5 million, send you abroad, and guarantee Lu Jingchuan can't find you. What makes you think I'll believe you? You can only believe me. I stood up. Otherwise, tomorrow Lu Jingchuan will know you sold all his trade secrets. What do you think he will do to you? Her face turned even paler. Give me 1 day to think it over. Half a day. I glanced at the clock. Before 12 o'clock tonight, deliver the stuff to the Shen family estate. Otherwise, bear the consequences yourself. I turned and walked away. Just after leaving the hospital, my brother's call came in. Lu Jingchuan is transferring assets. To where? Offshore account in the Cayman Islands. Freeze it. It's already frozen, Big Brother said. But he's still transferring another item. What is it? Lu Family Group's commercial secrets. He uploaded all the core data to a private server. Where is the server? Sun Yanwen's apartment. I laughed. Did he actually use Sun Yanwen's server? Yes. Perfect, I said as I got in the car. Take me to Sun Yanwen's apartment. Sun Yanwen's apartment is in a high-end community in the western part of the city. I had a GE, the second elder, hack the access control and went straight in. The room was in a mess. With Lu Jingchuan's stuff everywhere, I turned on the computer and, as expected, found an encrypted folder. It only took 3 minutes to crack the password. Inside were all of Lu's core data, client lists, project proposals, financial reports, and those bribery records. I copied all the data to a USB drive, then deleted the original files. Just as I was about to leave, the door suddenly opened. Lu Jingchuan stood at the door, holding a knife in his hand. Shen Qingzi, what are you doing here? Looking for what you hid. That's mine. Yours, I sneered. Lu Jingchuan, those things were bought with my money, obtained with my connections, made with my brain. When did they become yours? Give it to me. Not giving. He charged with the knife. And I sidestepped. Do you think that taking these will ruin me? His eyes flashed with ferocity. I tell you, I still hold your leverage in my hand. What leverage? That pile of fake accounts from back then. You handled them yourself. If I end up in prison, you won't walk away unscathed either. Is that so? I scoffed. Then you take a look at this. I opened my phone and pulled up the file. This is the recording you forced me to make. You said that if I didn't help you falsify the accounts, I'd be left with nothing. His face instantly darkened. So the fake accounts were you coerced me into doing this. You're the mastermind. I'm just an accomplice. You, and also, I continued, I've already submitted all the fake account evidence to the CSRC. Tomorrow they will come to investigate. You, Shen Qingzi, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. I walked to the door. Lu Jingchuan, I gave you 3 years. In these 3 years, I helped you earn 50 billion, but what did you repay me with? Infidelity, cold treatment, and finally driving me out of the house. Don't explain. I pulled the door open. See you tomorrow. I stepped out of the apartment, and behind me there was a loud crash as he smashed something. I got back into the car and called second brother. I've got the stuff. Okay. I'll help you analyze it. In addition, tomorrow the CSRC will investigate Mr. Lu. Please arrange that for me. No problem. After hanging up, I stared at the night view outside the window. 3 years ago, I thought marrying Lu Jingchuan was the best choice. 3 years later, I realized leaving him was the right decision. The car drove onto the manor, and third brother was waiting for me at the gate. Sister, Sun Yanwen has arrived. Where? Living room. I walked in. Sun Yanwen was sitting on the sofa, holding a USB drive in her hand. Here is what you want. She handed it over. And what about the conditions? 5 million and send me abroad. Done. I took the USB drive. Early tomorrow, have brother 3 arrange your departure. Thank you. You're welcome. I looked at her. Sun Yanwen, do you know what I hate you for the most? What? Not that you stole Lu Jingchuan away, but that you clearly knew what kind of person he is, yet you helped him harm me. She lowered her head and said, sorry. Let's go. She stood up, walked to the door, then looked back and said, Shen Qingzi, you are a good person. I'm not a good person. I smiled. I just don't want to be bullied again. Luo Corporation Group President's office. I'm wearing a custom Armani suit and stepping in Christian Louboutin red-soled shoes. followed by 6 lawyers and 4 financial experts. The receptionist tried to stop me, but I retorted with one sentence from the lawyer. This person is the group's largest creditor and has the right to enter the company at any time to inspect the financial situation. The elevator goes straight to the top floor. Lu Jingchuan's secretary was about to report when I pushed the door and went in directly. Lu Jingchuan sat behind his desk, a pile of documents spread out in front of him, his hair disheveled and eyes bloodshot. When he saw me, he stood up abruptly. Shen Qingzi, what are you here for again? Come to collect debts. I tossed the debt documents onto his desk. The Lu family owes me 12 billion. Today is the repayment day. I don't have money, no money. I sat down. Then liquidation and bankruptcy. You dare, why? Wouldn't I dare? I opened the file. According to company law, creditors have the right to file for bankruptcy liquidation. I've prepared all the materials. As long as you refuse to cooperate, the court I will accept the case this afternoon. Lu Jingchuan's face completely drained of color. Qingzi, can we talk? Talk about what? Talk about conditions. Conditions? I laughed. Lu Jingchuan, do you think you still have the qualification to negotiate terms with me? I can give you 51% of the company's equity. 51%. I want 100%. Are you crazy? I'm not crazy. I stood up. Lu Jingchuan, you have 2 choices. Either liquidate and go bankrupt, you won't get a penny, and you'll also bear a debt of 2 billion, or sell the company to me. I'll give you 100 million. Take the money and get lost. 100 million. This company used to be worth at least 5 billion. That's in the past. I pointed to the window. Now Lu's stock price has fallen to 3 yuan, with a market value of less than 100 million. Moreover, the securities regulator is about to investigate. Once a problem is found, the company is worthless. He slumped in the chair. Give you an hour to think. I glanced at the clock. If there's no reply after an hour, I'll file for bankruptcy. I walked out of the office and waited in the hallway. 10 minutes later, Lu Jingchuan came out. I choose the second one. Smart. I signaled the lawyer to bring out the contract. Sign it. He picked up the pen, his hand trembling. Qingzi, can we really not start over? Start over. I looked at him. Lu Jingchuan, did you ever think about these 4 words? Start over. On the night you kicked me out of the house, you didn't. In your heart, there is only your white moonlight. I'm sorry. You are indeed mistaken. I pointed at the contract. Sign it. He signed it. I picked up the contract and checked it carefully. Excellent. I stood up. From today, the Lu Group belongs to me. You may leave. Qingzi, security, escort Mr. Lu out. 2 security guards stepped in, lifting Lu Jingchuan and dragging him outside. Shen Qingzi, you will regret this. I won't. I waved my hand. Goodbye, Mr. Lu. He was dragged out of the office. I stood by the floor to the ceiling window, looking down at the street below. 3 years ago, I stood here, thinking I had the whole world. 3 years later, I stand here and finally understand that the whole world has always been in my hands. My phone rang. It was Big Brother. Done it. Yeah, it's done. What's next? Next, it's time for Sun Yanwen to come on stage. Didn't she leave? I let her leave, and now I've called her back. I smiled, because I want to perform the final act. Shen family's private club. I sat on the sofa, facing 3 elder brothers. I'm going to take apart the Lu Group, I said. Into what state? The second elder brother asked. The real estate sector goes to the eldest, the hotel sector to the second brother, and the commercial sector to the third brother. The 3 brothers looked at each other. Miss, are you trying to tear Lu Jingchuan's bones apart? The third brother smiled. I told you, I want him to live a life worse than death. But, the elder brother said, what should we do about Sun Yanwen? She has returned. Why did she come back? Back to perform the final act. The doorbell rang, and Uncle Zhong walked in. Miss, Sun Yanwen has arrived. Let her in. Su Yanwen walked in, pale-faced, with her lower abdomen slightly bulging. Miss Shen, sit. I pointed to the sofa across from me. Is the child all right? He's fine. Does Lu Jingchuan know? No. Let him know now. What do you want to do? I want to make him completely collapse. I stood up. Sun Yanwen, you go find Lu Jingchuan. Tell him you're pregnant with his child, and have him marry you. He won't marry me. He can do it. I smiled. Now he has nothing. You are his only life-saving straw. And then, at the wedding, you publicly abandon him. Sun Yanwen widened her eyes. Do you want me to do that? Yes. Why? Because I want him to taste what it's like to be abandoned by the person he loves most. Sun Yanwen was silent for a long time. Alright, I promise you. What about the terms? 10 million. Send me abroad, never come back. Deal. She left. The third brother looked at me. Sister, you're too cruel. Cruel. I sat back on the sofa. Then he pushed me out of the house. It was -5 degrees, and I was only in my pajamas. Did he ever think about whether I would live or die? Third brother fell silent. So don't tell me to be ruthless. Mercy to the enemy is cruelty to oneself. The next day, Sun Yanwen went to find Lu Jingchuan in the evening. I had people tail him and captured the whole process on film. Lu Jingchuan rented a shabby apartment and lived alone. When Sun Yanwen knocked on the door, he was drinking. Jingchuan, what are you here for? I am pregnant. With your child. Lu Jingchuan froze. What did you say? I'm pregnant with your child. 3 months along. Really, really. Lu Jingchuan hugged her tightly. Nian, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have treated you like that before. It's okay, Jingchuan. Shall we start over? Okay, he cried. Let's start over. Sun Yanwen leaned into his embrace, her expression cold. The video was sent to my phone. I turned off the video and told third brother, prepare for the wedding. When is it? Next Saturday. So fast. The sooner the better. I want him to think he can truly start over, and then at the pinnacle of hope, throw him into the abyss. The wedding was held at a small church on the outskirts of the city. Lu Jingchuan ran out of money, and the wedding was very simple. Only a little over 10 people attended, most of whom were extra performers invited by Sun Yanwen. I sat in the cafe across from the church, looking through the window at what was inside. Lu Jingchuan wearing a borrowed suit. He stands before the priest with a hopeful look on his face. Sun Yanwen wears a white wedding dress and walks slowly toward him. Lu Jingchuan, are you willing to take Sun Yanwen as your wife? The priest asks. I do. Sun Yanwen, are you willing to marry? I don't want to. Sun Yanwen interrupts the priest. The whole hall falls silent. Lu Jingchuan widens his eyes. Yanwen, what did you say? I said I don't want to. Sun Yanwen lowers her veil. Lu Jingchuan, you are a waste. You can't even guard your own company. What can you use to support me and the child? Yanwen, you, don't call me that. She steps back, her voice as cold as ice. I have never loved you. Being with you was only for your money. Now you have nothing. Why should I stay by your side? Lu Jingchuan's face twists instantly. Veins bulging. What did you say? I said, the child isn't yours either. Sun Yanwen curls her lips, her laughter filled with mockery. It's someone else's seed. You, Lu Jingchuan. Do you really think you're a ladies' man? Think all women should orbit around you? She presses forward, her gaze like a blade tempered with poison. You're mistaken. You're just a selfish, arrogant, and incompetent waste. Lu Jingchuan lunges forward violently, but the raised hand is firmly blocked by a security guard. Sun Yanwen, you bitch. Sun Yanwen laughs even harder, almost crying with laughter. You're the real bitch. Shen Qingzi poured her heart out for you, and you drove her out of the house. Now look at you, everything's gone for you. Serves you right. She turned around, her high heels clicked on the marble floor as she walked away without looking back. Lu Jingchuan seemed to have all his strength drained. He collapsed to the ground, crying like a helpless child. I set down the coffee cup and stood up. Let's go, I told third brother. Where to? Home. When we returned to the estate, big brother was already waiting for me in the living room. The CSRC over there has found Lu Jingchuan's illegal activities. What's the result? Suspected commercial fraud, forged documents, bribery, involving a particularly large amount of money. It's advised to directly hand him over to the judicial authorities. Okay, are you sure you want to do this? The older brother looked at me, his tone tinged with hesitation. Once handed over, he would face at least 10 years. Yes. Why? Because what he owed me is not only money, it is 3 years of youth, 3 years of trust, 3 years of whole-hearted, painstaking sacrifices. Big brother fell silent for a moment and nodded. I understand. The next day, Lu Jingchuan was taken away by the police. I stood at the floor-to-ceiling window of the manor, watching him be handcuffed and driven away in a police car. He suddenly turned back, his eyes locked onto me with a dead stare. Shen Qingzi, I hope you die a terrible death. I kept a blank expression, not saying a word. Third brother came over and softly asked, Sister, are you all right? I'm fine. Really. I turned around, My voice calm. Let's go. There are still many things to deal with. Shun Group top floor. I stand in front of the huge floor-to-ceiling window, overlooking the city beneath. Big brother pushes the door open, holding a file in his hand. Chingzi. There's something I need to tell you. What is it? 3 years ago, you left the Shun family not because you insisted on marrying Lu Jingchuan. What do you mean? Take a look at this. I took the document, my fingertips trembling slightly as I opened it. It was a detailed investigation report. 3 years ago, Lu Jingchuan joined forces with the Shun family's rivals to carefully orchestrate a scam. He forged evidence of financial fraud within the Shun group and threatened me, saying that if I did not leave the Shun family, he would make the evidence public and ruin the Shun family's reputation. I'm leaving the Shun family not because I want to marry you, but because you're threatening me. I looked up sharply, my eyes turning red with rage. Yes, Big Brother nodded, his voice heavy. You chose to sever ties with us in order to protect the Shun family. But you've been deceived by him. All those pieces of evidence are fake. He deliberately made you think the Shun family was in imminent danger, forcing you to leave the family, then marry him. My hand began to tremble uncontrollably, and the documents almost slipped from my grasp. Why would he do something like this? Because of your ability, the older brother. It seems this part is incomplete. Maybe it should be the older brother or something similar, but I'll keep it as it is according to the requirements. I said, he knows you're a financial genius and wants to use you to amass wealth, but he's afraid you have a family background and would become too strong, and he can't control you. So, from the very beginning, he's been calculating me. Yes, I closed my eyes, the scorching liquid swirling in the eye socket. 3 years ago, I thought I was sacrificing myself for love, giving up the family without hesitation. 3 years later, I realize it was nothing but a carefully woven scam. From start to finish, I have been a pawn in his hands. Why would he leave behind such evidence? Because he thought you would never know the truth. What about now? Now, what do you want to do? I opened my eyes, and the vulnerability in them vanished, leaving only a cold, unwavering determination. Send him to prison, so he'll never be able to come out again. Okay. I picked up the phone on the table and dialed the numbers for the Securities Regulatory Commission. Hello, I want to report Lu Jingchuan. He has many more unverified illegal acts. After hanging up the phone, I sat on the sofa with a sense of helplessness. Third brother pushed the door open and looked at me. Sis, are you okay? It's nothing. You cried. I touched my cheek and realized that at some point my tears had already wet my skin. I know. Third brother came over, gently hugged me. It's all over now. Well, it's all in the past. International Airport, VIP lounge. Lu Jingchuan was in casual clothes, wearing a baseball cap and a mask. He was sneaking to flee abroad. He bribed airport staff, planning to board through the VIP channel, thinking no one would know, but he didn't know that I had already anticipated this move. When he walked into the departure lounge, I was sitting by the window, slowly sipping my coffee. Mr. Lu, where are you going? He suddenly froze, pulled off his mask, and his eyes were filled with shock. How are you here? Waiting for you. What are you waiting for me for? To see you off on your final journey. Shen Qingxi, what on earth do you want? His voice carried a hint of panic. I want you to take a look at this. I pushed a document in front of him. He trembled as he opened it, his face instantly turning deathly pale. This is the latest investigation report from the CSRC. You are suspected of commercial fraud, forgery, document falsification, bribery, embezzlement, money laundering, with the involved amount up to 2 billion, recommended sentence, 15 years in prison. And furthermore, I continued, this is the asset freeze order I applied for from the court. All of your assets, including overseas accounts, have been frozen. Shen Qingxi, Lu Jingchuan, you can't escape. He lunged at me, trying to choke me. The security guard rushed in and pinned him to the ground. Let go of me. Do you know who I am? Of course we know, the police said as they entered. Lu Jingchuan, you are suspected of multiple financial crimes. This is an arrest warrant. I did not commit any crime. Shen Qingxi framed me. Anything if you have something to say it in court. The police put handcuffs on him and dragged him outside. Shen Qingxi, I will never let you off. Whatever you want. I waved my hand. See you in prison. He was dragged away. I sat in the lounge and finished the last sip of coffee. The phone rang. It was Sun Yanwen. Miss Shen, I've received the money. Lu Jingchuan was arrested. Yes, thank you, you're welcome, Miss Shen. There's something I must tell you. Sun Yanwen's voice carried a touch of coldness. Lu Jingchuan will have someone take care of him in prison. What do you mean? I know some friends who will take good care of him in there. I was silent for a moment. Sun Yanwen. Hadn't you already left? I left, but my friend is still there. Why help me? I'm not helping you, I'm helping myself. She finished speaking and hung up the phone. I stared at my phone, unsure how to react. Third brother walked over. Sis, it's time to go. Okay. Stepping out of the airport, the sunlight was just right. I took a deep breath and felt buoyant all over. 3 months later, in court, Lu Jingchuan stood in the dock in prison uniform, his hair shaved clean, much thinner, his eyes muddy and dull. Sun Yanwen appeared in court as a witness. Lu Jingchuan, do you admit to having instructed Sun Yanwen to steal the Lu Group's trade secrets? The prosecutor asked. Please answer directly. I admit it. Do you admit to bribing government officials to obtain project approvals? I do. Do you admit to falsify? Did you forge financial statements to obtain bank loans? I do. Do you admit that you threatened Shen Qingxi to force her to leave the family in order to gain control? Lu Jingchuan looked up at me in the audience. I admit it. The whole hall erupted in an uproar. The judge ruled, Lu Jingchuan is guilty of commercial fraud, bribery, forgery, embezzlement, and money laundering. Subject to multiple penalties, he is sentenced to 15 years in prison, and all his personal property is seized. Lu Jingchuan slumped in the defendant's seat. I stood up and walked out of the courtroom. The sun was a bit blinding, so I narrowed my eyes. The 3 brothers had already been waiting at the door. Is it over? The eldest brother asked. Yes, it's over. Are you happy? The second brother asked. Not happy. Why? The third brother asked again. Because it's not worth it. I looked at the sky. For someone unworthy, I wasted 3 years of my life, and after that, later, I laughed. From now on, I will live for myself. A month later, at the Shen Group shareholders meeting, I stood on the stage, facing all the shareholders, everyone. From today onward, I will officially serve as the CEO of the Shen Group. Applause erupted. My goal is clear, to build the Shen family into a global top financial group. A rousing round of applause followed. The 3 brothers sat in the audience, looking at me with pride in their eyes. After the meeting, I returned to my office. A letter from the prison lay on the desk. Qingxi, I'm sorry, I know words are useless, but I still want to say you are the only person who has treated me well, and I still betrayed you. If I could start over, I would never do that. I tore up the letter and threw it into the trash can. Third brother walked in. Sis, is this written by Lu Jingchuan? Have you forgiven him? No, I haven't forgiven him. Then why still look at it? Because I want to remember. I looked out the window. Remember how stupid I used to be, so I won't make the same mistakes again in the future. Third brother laughed. Sister, you've changed. Changed for the better, or worse. Become stronger. I also laughed. Yes, I have become stronger. Not because I have 3 brothers backing me, nor because of a wealthy family, but because I finally understand a principle: women should never pin their happiness on men. The one who can truly make you happy is only yourself. In the evening, I stood alone on the balcony of the manor, looking at the starry sky. My phone suddenly rang, a stranger's number. Miss Shen, hello, I am a reporter from Forbes magazine. Miss Shen, we sincerely invite you to appear on the Forbes cover. I'm not interested. You will become the first Chinese female financier to appear on the cover of Forbes. I was silent for a moment. When? Next month. Okay. After hanging up, I couldn't help but laugh. 3 years ago, I was Mrs. Lu, a woman whose name was even buried. Now, I am Shen Qingxi, CEO of the Shen Group, the queen of the financial world. No one will bully me again, never will they. Outside the window, the city's lights are brilliant as daytime. I take a deep breath and turn back to the room. There are more challenges waiting for me tomorrow, but tonight, I want to sleep well because tomorrow, the sun will rise again and I will stand in the sunlight, living brighter than anyone else. The end. Note: the first sentence, "are brilliant as daytime," seems to be incomplete and lacks a proper subject. However, according to the requirement of preserving the original meaning, I can't add or modify the content to make it a complete sentence.